ba yung sounds ko? Okay ba, Coach, or maingay?
You're good, you're good.
Okay, Coach. Thank you so much. So, hello mga Bloomshine partners! Kamustang lahat? Nakahanda na ba kayo? Feeling ko naman handang-handa na kayo, di ba? Handa na kayong i-share ang inyong mga journey sa ating mga audience. So before that, gusto ko munang mag-hello sa ating mga ka-Bloomshine YouTube and ka-Bloomshine FB friends natin. So it's Monday once again. Sa ayaw at sa gusto nyo, ako po ang magiging host the next live. So, saan man po kayo dako naroroon, ano man po ang inyong pinagkakaabalahan, we're hoping that you are all safe and enjoying the day or night watching us. So, I am so honored na maging host ngayong gabi. Sabi ko nga, tonight's live is very special. Kasi birthday ko. Joke.
Joke daw.
Sa Philippines. Pero dito
Bukas
sa...
pa, di ba?
Bukas pa
Today.
Philippines.
Today na.
Pero today.
Pero sa Philippines, birthday ko na. So, salamat sa mga bumati.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, Kuya. Thank you so much. So, ayun. Sabi ko nga, tonight's live is very special kasi we're not here to talk about perfection. We're here to hear real stories, real journeys of people who decided to start something, face challenges and transform because they took action. So, ang aking pong mga guests ay ang aking mga Bloomshine brother and sisters. So, we will explore 3 parts of their journey. But before that, mag-introduce po muna kami ng aming mga sarili. And because of that, I am the host. So, ako muna ang mauuna. So to those who don't know me yet, my name is Marites Lucas Raimundo, a proud Ilocana from the Philippines. Nimbag nga bigat, aldaw ken rabii kada kayo amin nga awan labas na. Currently residing here in Illinois, I'm a wife, a mom of 3 wonderful grown-up children, a loving daughter to my parents, of course, a fur mom to Grayson, a caregiver and a proud digital business owner, and of course, a Bloomshine host. Naisingit ko pa. Host ako ngayon. So, ayun.
Kakaiba yun eh.
Kakaiba.
Yeah, just be proud, right? Marites?
Ayan. Thank you, tita. So, that's all about me. So, paano bang magiging sunod muna si Sis Ivy, then si Tita Molet, Sis Mona, Kuya Wells, and Coach Daphne. So, take it away, Sis Ivy.
Good evening from Texas, USA, everybody. Good morning and good afternoon if you are watching this in any part of the world and if you're watching this on a replay. My name is Ivy Joy Celestino. I'm a critical care registered nurse working night shift, but I'm off for tonight just for a Monday night every time. I'm a mom of 2 boys. And originally from Iloilo City, Philippines, migrated here in the U.S. I've been here for 13 years, and I'm a proud digital business owner, just like everybody else you hear in the screen. Tita Molet.
Hi! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening sa inyo pong lahat. Si Molet Aranza po ako. Nandito naman po ako sa Virginia, sa East Coast ng US. And our time here is 9:48 in the evening. And salamat po sa panonood nyo sa amin. I hope you stay with us until the end. Or dun sa mga hindi na nanonood ngayon sa replay, sana po panoorin nyo hanggang sa huli. It's gonna be an interesting live from us, from all of us. Okay, I'm a wife. I'm a mom of 2 grown kids and also a grandma of 3, 2 toddlers and 1 teenager, and also, of course, a proud digital business owner. So here you go, Mona.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening po to all of you guys. God bless us all. Ayun. And time check, 3:49 AM here in Spain. Ayan. Wala pang tulog. Anyways, that's life, you know. Talagang ano tayo,
Committed.
parang inano na, sabi nga nila kung gusto mo daw na magiging consistent, so ayun, gagawan ng paraan. Ayun. So, my name is Mona Lisa Nases, and I came from, originally from Philippines, Pangasinan na yung bagabigat ay aming kakabsat. But then, currently living here in Spain. Hola, buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches a todos. And I am a mom, of course. And if I am a mom, I have a husband. So, I am a wife too. And of course, I'm a digital business owner. Take it away,
Hello.
Roels. Good.
Thank you, Sis Mona. Good evening, everyone. Or good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. My name is Emmanuel Garcia. You can also call me Wells or Well if you want. Anyways, I'm originally from the Philippines, and I started out as a professional musician from the Philippines. And then after moving here in the U.S., I spent many years working in manufacturing and leadership roles while supporting my family. But I always knew there was more inside me waiting to grow. So, anyways, time check po is 6:51 p.m. po ngayon dito sa California. And I'm actually a husband, a Christian. I have three grown kids, and um, yun lang po. And of course, an online entrepreneur. Yeah, so stay tuned for a lot of information, nuggets, if you would call it, that could be helpful uh, to you and to everyone, to us also. Take it away, Coach Daphne.
Wow, last talaga. Thank you so much, Kuya Wells. Kuya Well, sabi ni Kuya Wells, you can call him Well. Well talaga.
Well, talaga.
Anyway, happy birthday advance actually. Happy birthday Sis Marites.
Thank you.
Ayan, we specifically made you the host tonight.
Alright.
I know, right? So everybody, good evening. Thank you for patiently waiting with us. At least we're here, showing up every Monday, Bloomshine Group. And thank you so much. And ngayon, you would only not only know us, who we are, and who are we becoming. Ayan. So watch out po until the end. Watch this. If you going to watch this in a replay po, don't skip this video. This would, this would inspire you or motivate you or give value to you in whatever endeavor or journey you're taking right now. So my background, I am a wife, an eldest daughter, a breadwinner to my family back home. And of course, by profession, ako po isang physical therapist. And my story is, even though I do have a stable job as a physical therapist, relying on one resource is not advisable nowadays, right? Especially during the global crisis. And at that time, even though we have a good paying job, still uh, yeah, you're not ready for your emergency fund savings because you always give. It's always good to care, but also you need to also have to prepare for your future. So here I am with these amazing people, you know, serving, giving value, and see if this is a possibility for you as well. So watch out till the end, and hopefully that this would inspire you to take that next step if you want change in your life. Thank you so much. Take it away, Sis Martes, the birthday girl of the night.
Thank you, Coach. The golden girl.
Wow.
Oh, naman.
She just revealed her age.
Yes, yes. I'm proud of my age, sis partner. So, but before that, sis Maita, we got you. Okay? Stay put. So, before we start, please comment down below before where you are tuning in right now, so we can acknowledge you and show to our audience that we are from different parts of the world. We come together as one global community. So, thank you. Start na tayo. So, my question have three parts. As I have mentioned, I will give you 4 to 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes.
Ano ba talaga?
5 minutes lang.
No, to sell your story to our audience. So, tatlong questions to. I know, okay lang siguro, Coach, para yung flow of continuity? Or do you want to answer
One by one.
one by one na lang, tita?
Ewan ko sa inyo.
Anong gusto ko yung ano ko kasi, yung parang yung
You're
flow.
the host. Keep it
Oh,
what you want.
Okay, tita. You will answer the three questions para yung flow of continuity. Parang ang magiging kwan, unahin natin si Sis Ivy.
Mhm.
Okay. Or ako muna. So siguro si Sis Ivy na lang muna.
Go ahead, reveal your story first.
Yung story ko muna.
Ikaw lang, birthday girl, unahin ka na namin.
Okay, ako muna pala ang mauuna. So, ano ba? Before the business, yeah, I was, yung homebody, but also I'm working, going outside, working. Yun yung, yun yung parang routine ko na everyday. My work, and then, parang, lagi na lang yun ang ginagawa ko everyday. Pero I'm so grateful and thankful na may work ako. Kaso yung parang yung isip mo, pagod na. Iniisip mo yung kailan ka magkakaroon ng time sa family. Kailan mo maibibigay yung tamang oras na dapat, your parang ginugugol mo sa kanila. Yun yung doon ako napapagod. Pero when it comes to work, hindi ako pagod kasi companionship lang naman yung ginagawa ko, although mahabang oras. I'm working 16 hours before. So, yung katawan ko hindi pagod, pero yung isip ko pagod. Pagod sa pag-isip kung yun nga, paano ako magkakaroon ng time para sa family ko. Yun yung before I joined the business. And then, nung nasa business naman ako, yung struggle ko naman is yung confidence ko talaga. Yun yung talagang pinaka-struggle ko talaga, yung low self-esteem. Sabi ko, kakayanin ko kaya yung business na ito. Kasi talagang work, office, church lang ang ginagawa ko. Yung sa interaction with other people, talagang mahina talaga ako. Hindi sa, parang, hindi naman sa, hindi ako friendly, pero parang I'm happy kung nasan ako. Parang yun nga, comfortable ako kung nasan ako dati. Nung before ako nag-enter sa business. Pero nung nasa business na ako, I learned that I need to broaden my interaction with people dahil kailangan natin ng connection sa ating business. Yun yung parang naging nung nag-enter na ako sa business. And then yung parang sa growing naman, yun nga yung sinasabi ko lagi, struggle ko, di ba, yung sa confidence ko. Yun yung patuloy ko pa rin wino-workout. Kasi naging comfortable na ako sa sa pagiging homebody, although I'm working. Pero yung sinasabi ko na interaction with other people, dun talaga ako mahina. So, I am so grateful na nung nag-start ako sa business na to, napunta ako sa grupo ni Coach Daphne, ni Sis Maita, at saka ni Sis Mona. Kaya, I'm so blessed na talagang God really made a way na mapunta ako sa group nila para yung at least yung confidence ko is ma-build up. Pero sinasabi ko nga, I'm still learning and I'm still growing. Na hopefully, soon, maging totally, come out na talaga sa comfort zone ko.
Unleashed.
Yeah, unleash the, yun yung,
Unleash the dragon.
yeah, yun nga sinasabi ni Coach Daphne noon, nung first na, Coach, yung first na nakita mo ako nag-live, I don't know why, pero parang yung dati ko na, parang yung eagerness ko yun na mag-live is okay, pero parang tumatagal, bumabalik sa dati, yung parang yung sa confidence ko. Yun lang sa akin. Okay? That's all I can share with you.
Ay, ano ba yan? Ang masasabi ko lang, from now, nag-ano na siya, you can see her dancing in her social media.
Yeah, ayun. Nagda-dance na rin ako. Gaya ng sabi ni Coach Daphne.
Unleashed.
Ayun lang. Ito, nag-host din. Nagjo-join ng mga challenges. Pero, I know na in the near future or baka bukas, fully out of my comfort zone. Okay.
A little step goes a long way. Sabi.
Yes, Coach. Okay, that's it for me. Ngayon, ang mag-share naman si Sis Ivy. Okay, Sis Ivy, go ahead.
Yes. So, what does my life look like before I started this business? What am I struggling with most of the time? So, before this business, I was just surviving, not really living. I was a full-time night shift nurse. What can you expect from that? Exhausted, running on coffee, but and of course the responsibility at work. So I love caring for my patient, but behind the scenes, I was worried about the bills, worried about not having enough savings, worried about saying not now to my kids because work always comes first. So I was present physically at home, but mentally I was tired and stretched thin, really thin. I remember checking my bank account and hoping nothing unexpected will happen. And of course, you want to support your children's dream, but then quietly wondering, how am I going to afford that? I had a good heart and a strong work ethic, but I didn't have the vehicle to create the life I truly wanted for my family. That's the hard place for me to be, where of course your love is big, but your options feel small and very limited. So parang you are in a cramped space that um, you cannot move. That's how your options are, and that's you have no choice but to stay on that option. That's it for your first question, Miss Marites.
Or do you want to continue, Sis Ivy, sa second?
Oh,
Continue
so you
mo
mean-
na.
okay. I thought everybody would answer the first question with what is before us. You want that or no? Okay. So in the business and during the business, so of course, I found this online business. And just like anybody else, it was unplanned, it was just a random. So when I was already in the business, what's the hardest challenge I face, and what made you choose to keep going instead of quitting? The hardest part wasn't the business, it was me, myself, and I. It was
Mhm.
my doubt, my fear of technology, my fear of being seen, because you're going to expose yourself to social media platforms. Um, my thoughts of saying, well, sabihin ng iba, you're just a nurse. What do you know about online business? So, and there are days that I felt slow, left behind, and days that I wanted to hide instead of showing up. But here's what kept me going. I realized something powerful, that growth feels uncomfortable because you are outgrowing your old self.
Mhm.
So every time that I wanted to quit, I thought about my why, my children, my future, my desire to not be limited only to one paycheck and one schedule. I
Mhm.
told myself I don't have to be perfect. I just need to be, um, uh, to not quit. And little by little, fear turned into courage, confusion turned into clarity, and the effort turned into progress. So, becoming through what we are becoming through the business, and because of this business, how is life different today than compared to before? So this
Mhm.
business didn't just change my income, it changed me. I am
Mhm.
becoming a woman who believes that I can learn anything. At any age, you can learn anything.
Mhm.
And I am a mom who doesn't just work hard, but build smart. Um, and someone who helps others see possibilities they couldn't see before. So
Mhm.
before I work only for survival, now I work for my vision. Before I felt stuck in a cycle of being in a graveyard shift, receiving paycheck, here we go again. Now I'm building options. And before I doubted myself, now I can develop myself. My life isn't perfect, but it's expanding. My mindset is stronger. It's becoming stronger as you go along in this business. And the circle is more supportive, just like all the people you see over here in the screen. Oh, if you want a supportive community, be one of us. And my future feels bigger than my fears, and that
Mhm.
is priceless. So, what will I tell you watching this right now and waiting for the perfect time? There's no perfect time. There is only one decision time. If you wait until you feel truly ready, fully confident, and fully fearless, you will
Mhm.
wait forever. You don't start because you're ready. You become ready because you start. Start messy, start unsure, start scared if you have to do. Start anyway.
Mhm.
Because 1 year from now, you will either say, I'm glad I began, or I wish I had. And I promise you, the life you want is built on the courage to begin before you feel ready. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sis Ivy. So much nuggets of wisdom. So, thank you for sharing. So relatable. Maraming nakaka-relate sa struggle na yan. Hindi lang ikaw, lahat tayo sa ating community. Kaya thank you so much. And I'm also, happy dahil yun nga, hindi lang sa business ka na-grow, pati sa pagiging better version ng sarili mo. So, thank you so much, Sis Ivy. Thank you so much. And next, kitang ulit. Oh, nakamute ka, tita.
Sorry, didn't realize nakamute ako kasi yung apo ko pasok ng pasok dito, sabi ko matulog na siya. Hinihintay niya ako eh, na ano kasi gusto niya katabi niya ako. So
Oh.
anyway, the first question is, before you started this business, what did your life look like and what were you struggling with the most, correct? So anyway, before this business, honestly, mukha namang okay ang life ko before the months before the business. My life looks stable on the outside. For some of you who know me, I'm a nurse for decades. I should say I was, but then nagtatrabaho pa rin ako, and I'm still a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for like more than 40 years. So you may experience, may credentials, parang stable and secure na, diba? Kala ko nga tapos na yung building season ko at secure na kami ng asawa ko. Syempre, I'm not gonna talk about aside that's beside my kids because they have their own life on their own. And salamat, they're doing good. At may iiwan akong ring magandang legacy for my children, for my family. Pero here's what many people don't see. You can be accomplished, you can be hardworking, you can be retired, but still feel financially vulnerable. At marami ng beses ko sinasabi sa inyo, at that time, what I struggled with most wasn't just money, it was uncertainty. After retirement, akala ko I had built everything already. But when financial setbacks happened, this is before the business, I don't know if I want to go on to details again because I've been saying this many times. Ang savings namin were affected. Even my retirement money and so I had to go back to work part-time and look for this, and we found this. So doon ako tinamaan nung na we had that financial setbacks. Hindi dahil masama ang mag-work, so I worked part-time. But of course I love serving patients too, but I thought that chapter was already closed. So maybe someone watching understands this feeling and siguro may nakaka-relate dito. You thought safe ka na, you thought settled ka na, you thought pwede ka nang mag-rest, pero mayroon pa palang mangyayaring iba. But life's yung buhay mo, she would say, not yet. And the hardest part, it wasn't pride, right? Yung feeling na, or tanong na, may kulang pa ba akong ginawa? Ganon. Did I miss something? Dapat ba may extra akong binuo? So that season really humbled me. Yung ano na yon. So ang next kwan is nung nagka-business na, 'di ba? When nasa business na ako, nakita ng asawa ko 'to at nagustuhan ko naman, kaya ako nandito. But what was the hardest challenge and what made you keep going dito sa business namin? When I entered the business, talagang nagustuhan ko nga pero skeptical ako. I think majority came in skeptical sa business kasi yung financial setbacks ko, that kind of like questioned everything on how kung paano ako nagde-decide lalo na sa financial. So dalawa kaming mag-asawa nag-usap kung paano kasi never na hindi ko never na I should say never. Sinabi ko na sa sarili ko, before this, I don't want another business. I didn't want to fail again. I didn't want to look foolish. Ayoko nang ma-disappoint. Kasi talagang na-disappoint ako. Kaya nga, my husband and I kind of like talked it over about that. At dito sa business na to, the hardest challenge is It wasn't really technology about it. It wasn't learning reels, really, although talagang bago sa akin. It wasn't going live, although talagang yung biggest challenge ko rin yun. Nung una, yes, it was. Nasabi kong ayaw kong mag-live. Yun ang sinabi ko kay Coach Daphne nung nag-usap kami, nung tinanggap ko tong business na to, you will not see me going live. Okay? But actually, the hardest challenge was mindset. Yung bang boses na nagsasabi sa utak mo na, what if this doesn't work as everything else before? What if people judge me? Right? Yun ang parati kong yung pagka yung nagbiro mo, magla-live ako, magre-reels ako, paano yung bang parati mong iniisip, ano bang iisipin ng mga to? Lalo na sa mga kilala mo, di ba? What if yun ang parating nasa utak ko? I hope hindi ka nakaka-offend ng tao. I hope hindi, kasi yung nilalabas ko lang yung totoong nasa isip ko, nasa puso ko, kung ano yung talagang gusto kong i-relay sa inyo. Or another thing is, what if it's too late? Kasi nga, sa tanda ko na to, sa age ko na to, ganito pang ginagawa ko. But there were also moments I wanted to step back. Salamat na lang dito sa team namin na to, talagang very supportive lahat. Lahat kami, if I want to talk something about, like parang naiintindihan nila na I'm falling, na talagang nadi-disappoint ka na, nadi-discourage ka na, and here they are, and nakakatulong. That's what made me stay. Pero bakit ba ako nagtutuloy? There's two things. I remembered how it felt to be financially shaken. Ayoko na ulit maramdaman yung ganun. And I knew I didn't want to depend on just one income also. Sanay akong maraming sources of income. What I mean is, nurse nga ako, pero nag-PPRN ako. Ibig sabihin, may mga trabaho rin kung saan na every now and then I can accept as a nurse too. So I realized you don't continue because it's easy. You continue because you remember why you started. It's my why. Kaya nga ang punot dulo nito, kaya namin ginagawa to, or I don't know, I'm talking for myself. It's about my why. And for me, it wasn't luxury. It was about peace. It was about options and building legacy. It was not feeling trapped again. And every time I felt discouraged, I asked myself, would quitting bring me closer to freedom or further away? Yung question na to, that kept me planted. So yun ang So next one is, I think the question is, what am I becoming through the business? Who am I becoming now? So that is the beautiful part. Because of this business, I am becoming someone braver. Not because everything is perfect, but because I learned to move even when unsure, at kahit may fear. Biro mo, I am becoming also someone who creates instead of nagko-complain ako. I build instead na nagbe-blame ako sa iba, or you try it. I'm the one who's trying something instead of waiting. So my life today looks different. I still work as a nurse. I still serve patients, which I love serving them. In fact, ngayon, ang trabaho ko ngayon, sabi ko nga sa asawa ko, gustong-gusto ko itong trabaho ko na to. Sabi ko, And I didn't realize I still love serving patients. I still help take care of my grandkids. I still show up for family. But now I am building something alongside it. And there's difference between working just to survive and working while building options. That shift changes how you breathe. This business didn't just give income potential. It gave me back confidence, vision, and forward movement. And maybe that's what someone watching near needs to hear this. You're not too late to build something new. This is not a hype and there's no pressure, but proof that it's possible to start again. So, yun ang final na ano, sasagutin na ba natin or what? The
Yung last.
final, the final question is, what would I tell someone still waiting for the perfect time? If you're waiting for the perfect time, I would say this gently though. The perfect time is usually a story we tell ourselves to delay your discomfort, or usually fear wearing a nice outfit. You don't wait until you're fully confident. You don't wait until life is calm, and you don't wait until you're not scared. You start kahit messy. You start kahit unsure ka. You start habang naghihil ka pa. Tingnan mo ko. Habang naghihil pa ako, nag-start na ako. Because clarity often comes after movement, not before it. So if you're waiting for life to feel safe enough to begin, just remember life rarely feels safe before growth. But staying still has a cost too. And sometimes the bigger or the biggest risk is not trying at all. Yun lang po.
Wow, thank you so much, Tita Molet. Super, thank you for being real and open. We all know na yung challenges are never easy. I know you nagdaan ka sa lahat ng mga challenges. Alam ko yung mga story mo, past history mo about business. So, thank you for sharing your story, Tita. You know, it's the proof na transformation is possible kapag nag-take tayo ng action. So,
Yes,
thank you
big,
so
big
much.
transformation talaga, if I
Yeah.
may add, kay Tita. Kasi from saying, no, Daphne, I will never do go live, to being consistent, more than consistent, among us, doing the go live, like she has her own segment, passed way beyond her comfort zone. Oh, that's a big transformation. Kudos to you, Tita, talaga.
Thank you.
Super hats off, Tita. Super. Okay, thank you. How about Sis Mona?
Yan. It's my turn.
It's your
The
turn.
story goes, parang ano ha, bago, bago ako pumasok sa negosyo, and ano yung struggle at ako, kung sino ako noon, well, lagi kong sinasabi naman, walang direction yung ano, yung kung ano talaga yung gusto ko. Yung parang araw-araw na lang, nagtratrabaho ka, paggising mo sa umaga, ganun at ganun pa rin, gigising ka, kukunin mo yung sasakyan mo, papasok ka, parang ganun, wala yung routine mo, parang wala na bang pag-asang may gagawin ka pang iba, parang ganun. Paggising mo, magtratrabaho ka, pupunta ka sa ganito, ganyan. Tapos, yung knowledge mo as a person or ano, hindi na nag-grow. Kasi, yung trabaho mo, iisa lang kasi. Hindi naman na parang, like, sana kung nagtratrabaho, I don't know kasi hindi naman ako nagtratrabaho sa ano. Siguro kapag mga paper, siguro pwede, yung mind mo talagang gumagalaw. So, sa trabaho ko yung katawan. And, yung trabaho na ibibigay sa'yo, gagawin mo na lang, pero gawa na. What I mean is araw-araw na ganun. Yung bilang tao, bilang yung gusto mong mag-grow as a tao, as sa gusto mong malaman, marami ka pang gusto pong, wala na, parang may limit siya. Tapos isa pa yan, nagtratrabaho ka, outside sa trabaho ay outside sa pamilya, hindi mo sila nakikita, hindi mo sila nakakasama. Yun yung pinakamahirap ng sitwasyon sa akin mula pa nung pinanganak yung anak ko. Hanggang ngayon, ginagawa ko pa rin ngayon. So, yun yung mga routine na ginagawa ko everyday. So, sabi ko, gusto ko naman mabago yung buhay ko, you know? And yun na nga, trabaho, trabaho, trabaho. Wala ka nang ibang ginawa kundi wala ka nang ibang ginagawa kundi magtrabaho na lang. And yung struggle ko talaga before is yung makasama yung anak ko at yung oras ko, wala akong time sa pamilya ko. And gusto ko namang mag-grow bilang ako, pero hindi ko alam kung paano. And hindi ko alam, ang struggle ko nun, hindi ko alam kung paano ako aalis sa sitwasyon na yan. Yun yung pinaka-struggle ko. Kung paano ako mag-escape. Kasi kahit gusto kong gawin, pero hindi ko alam kung anong paraan. So, yun yung struggle na pinakamalaki. Na struggle na meron ako noon. Hindi ko nga alam. And after that, yun, dumating si Coach Daphne. So, medyo nabago yung direction ng buhay ko na. At least, meron na akong direction na hahataan na pupuntahan. Samantalang noon, talagang wala eh. Hanggang trabaho ka lang. Hindi mo alam kung ano na yung susunod. At saka wala kang clarity. Basta ang alam mo lang, trabaho. Tapos every month, meron kang sahod, ganun. Pero hanggang doon ka na lang. Wala na yung kinabukasan, gusto mo mang mag-grow, wala na. Kasi hanggang doon na lang, limitasyon. So, ngayon naman, papasok tayo sa business nang dahil kay Coach. Yun. Business naman tayo ngayon, papasok na tayo sa usaping business. Kung ano yung nagbago sa buhay ko, ayun, yung second question, habang nasa negosyo ako, noong nasa loob na ako ng negosyo, ang pinakamahirap na hamon para sa akin is yung kumuha ng magiging business partner. Isa yan sa mga hamon and rejection ng mga kakilala ko. Yan ang pinakamalaking struggle. Imagine, kapatid ko, alam yan ni Coach, mga kapatid ko, 2:00 ng madaling araw, tinatawagan ako para mag-quit. Alam yan ni Coach. Sariling kapatid ko, mga kapatid ko, hindi sila naniniwala sa akin. And meron lang akong isang kapatid yung nasa Amerika. Siya lang yung nag-congratulate sa akin nung naging business owner ako. Kasi parang nakikita kasi nila sa akin, wala silang tiwala sa akin kasi nga kilala nila ako bilang parang ngayon, parang may limitasyon lang, parang ganun. Hindi ko kaya, parang ganun. So, hindi ko naman sila ma-blame kasi wala pa naman ako napapatunayan that time. So, 2:00 ng madaling araw, nagte-text sila na mag-quit ka na dyan, scam na yan, ganun. So, yun yung pinakamalaking struggle na now naman, nakayanan ko at nandito pa rin ako. And nagbago naman sila ng tingin sa kakayahan ko. And yun, tiwala sa sarili, then nagkaroon ako ng mga business partner. And hindi lang yan, ang maganda dyan, ang mga business partner ko, mga kaklase ko. So, ibig sabihin nun, nakita nila yung kakayanan ko bilang ako na kaya ko pala. Yun. And nagbago sa buhay ko. Malaking bagay. Nagkaroon ako ng tiwala sa sarili ko. Yung bagay na parang yung isang araw or wala pang resulta pero naniniwala ako sa process. Yun, noon hindi eh. Kasi nga, imagine mga pamilya mo na inaasahan mo, na tutulong sa'yo, mag-teacher up sa'yo, tapos nung pumasok ka na, sila pala yung hahatak sa'yo pababa. Yun, iyon na ngayon okay na ako sa part na yun. Actually, kino-congratulate na nila ako pag may small win, mga ganyan. Tinatanong na rin ako kung ano yung resulta. Pero pinili kong magpatuloy dahil malaki ang dahilan ko kung bakit. Napakalaki ng why ko. Napakalaki ng gusto kong mangyari sa pamilya ko. Gusto ko silang makasama. Yun yung isa na nangahatak sa akin kung bakit ako nag-i-stay until now. Kahit pahirapan, kahit sabihin na natin na, sige, gigising ka ng umaga, papasok ka, nandito pa rin ako. Walang importante, wala yan. Kasi napakalaki ng why ko na gusto kong makasama forever ang pamilya ko. That's why I'm always telling na I will never be a coach kasi gusto ko, ayoko ng malaking responsibilidad. Gusto ko pag ako yung nag-6A, tapos pag ganun, yung milestone na gusto ko, doon ako nakafocus sa pamilya ko. Doon ako yun yung talagang napakalaking dahilan kung bakit ako nag-i-stay. At of course kayo, di ba? Nakilala ko kayo, kasama ko kayo. Sa mga struggle na yan, sino ba nangahatak sa akin pataas? Yun yung nag-stay sa akin. At saka yung, of course, yung team ko, hindi man gaano kalaki, but then nandoon pa rin sila, di ba? And, of course, si coach, yun yung humihila sa akin para mag-stay ako sa business. And, yun. At ano pa yung question na pangatlo? Yun, yung pangatlo, naging ako dahil sa negosyo. Naging ako dahil sa negosyo. Naging mas confident ako sa sarili ko. Di ba? Kahit makikipag-usap ako sa mga kapatid ko, pwede kong sabihin na, okay, may team ako. Hindi na nila ako pwedeng hilahin na sabihin na umalis ka na dyan kasi kahit na maliit, may napatunayan ako sa kanila, nakikita nila, may kasama ako, may ginagawa ako sa buhay, may direction na yung buhay ko, at inaasahan nila one day, hindi man sa ngayon, inaasahan nila na lahat ng gusto kong mangyari sa buhay ko, makakamit ko. Napakagandang pakinggan yun pag sinasabi ng kapatid mong panganay o yung isa na sinasabi ni Ate Josie na tayong mga magkakapatid. Ang sabi sa akin, ikaw daw ang magiging mayaman. Oh, why? Sabi ko, oo naman. Alam ka naman sasabihin kong hindi, di ba? Kapag kasi sinabi kong hindi, magkakakontra kasi yung sasabihin ni Ate Josie sa kanila. Kasi napag-uusapan din ako nila kina Ate Josie kasi pamilya lang kami. So yun, nagkaroon ako ng confidence sa sarili ko. Ito na nga, kalmado ako ngayon. Hindi ako stress sa anumang bagay. And isa pa, alam kong nahihirapan ako sa mga may bagay akong nahihirapan na pinagdadaanan, but then kayang-kaya kong solusyonan. Isa pa yun Hindi ako nagmumukmok. Ano pa? Parang ganun. Kaya kong solusyonan ko. At saka hindi niyo ako makikitang kahit may problema ako, hindi niyo ako nakikitang hindi tumatawa. Kasi parang, nag-tutor na ako sa mga bagay na gano'n. Yun. Ano pa? Of course, meron din natututunan. At saka, dito ako natuto. At imagine, marami akong nakilala. Hindi lang mga kagaya ko, kundi mga professional. Alam niyo, dito ko nakilala mga mayayamang tao na hindi ko aakalain na makakausap ko, di ba? May mga doktor, engineer, nurse, alam mo yung mga ganun. And napakagandang isang experience din to para sa lahat. So, yun yung nagawa ng business sa akin. And hindi lang sa financial kundi sa aspekto na lumalago ako as a person. And yun na nga, kahit papaano, nagkakaroon ako ng knowledge as lalong-lalo na sumusunod ako kay tita eh. Siya lang yung laging nasa pag ano ko, nilagi akong sumusunod sa kanya. So parang nakakawa ako ng influence ni tita. And of course yun yung isa sa mga nagawa ng business sa buhay ko. Napakalaking bagay na pinagpapasalamat ko naman. Of course na maraming nabago. Naging positive. Mas positive ako sa buhay. Yun.
Wow.
Yan lang si
Nakakaiyak naman sis Mona.
wala si Sis Maite.
Akong tiso eh.
Wala si Sis Maite.
Teka, buburas muna ako bago magsalita.
Palayan ko na sa may kuya. Ano naman palayan ng ganon?
Yes, yeah. Thank you for sharing so openly, sis Mona. Alam mo, kasi yung struggles natin, may dalang valuable lesson na hindi natin dapat baliwalain. At higit sa lahat, I really admire your journey. It's a beautiful reminder na who we become is even more important than what we earn. At sa growth mo and transformation, yun yung pinaka-rewarding sa bawat effort natin. So, nakaka-inspire and nakaka-motivate yung story mo. Thank you so much. Akala ko wala nang iyakan eh.
Kaya nga si Sis Maite, hindi ko naman nakakalain na mag-MMK ako ngayon. Wala sa plano eh.
Hindi ka na
Wala. Panalo ka ngayon. Ikaw ang winner.
Wala sa
Okay,
MMK.
Okay, thank you sis Mona. And Kuya Wells, it's your turn.
Okay, parang habang pinakinggan ko kayo simula pa sa umpisa, kay Sis Marites, kay Sis Ivy, kay Tita Molet, kay Tita... Parang habang tumatagal, sumisikid sa dibdib ko. Parang kung puno ng emosyon o...
Yeah, di ba Kuya?
Ay, naka. Gaganda na mga istorya. Ano po? Ako po naman, before the business, ako naman, ang ginagawa ko, ayun, I was working full-time dito sa manufacturing company as a team leader in quality control. It was good. Actually, it was a blessing from the Lord. I remember when I came here in America, kasi syempre sa music ang aking field. Pero pagdating ko dito, hindi ako basta makapamili eh. So, ang nangyari talagang nag-umpisa ako from the start talaga. Walang kumbaga sa ay naranasan ko dito sa Amerika yung talagang from the start. Wala ka talaga flat. Kumbaga sa Kaya yun nga, ang prayer ko noon sa Panginoon is kasi nakikita ko yung kaibigan ko na nurse. Yeah, sila Tita Mlet yan. Pero yung bago ko pa kayo nakakilala, meron akong kaibigan nakaibigan na nurse. Sabi ko, laki naman nakita niya, sabi ko ganun. Paano ka kaya, kailangan ganun din na maging kita ko, sabi ko. So, I've been praying. Sabi ko nga, Lord, sana yung gusto ko yung very specific pa ako ha. Gusto ko ganito ang sweldo. Yung pareho nung ganyan. Siguro gusto ko ganyan. So, ang niyan, bakit ko nga ba sinasabi to? Kasi nakikita ko lahat naman ng mga ginagawa natin, pagka hinihiling natin sa Panginoon 'yan, pag guided tayo, binibigay naman niya. So, yung ano pang ginagawa ano ba mga pinagtrabahuhan ko, nagtrabaho pa ako sa accounting firm. Accounting firm ako. Sabi ko, ano bang ginagawa ko dito? The next thing I know, ginamit niyan ng Panginoon para madala ko dito si Ditas. Girlfriend ko pa lang siya noon eh. So, yan, pagkatapos naman nung nandito na siya, tinanggal na ako ng Panginoon dun, nagpunta ako dito na ako sa Toyota. Ito na yung sabi ko, ito pala Lord ang ano, ang binibigay ang sagot doon sa aking hinihingi na gano'n. Actually ano, yung hinihingi ko sa kay Lord nung araw, ito yung specific na ginawa ko, nung inabot ko na yun natuwa na ako, eh. Pero habang tumatagal, yung hiningi ko is more than double na. So, I'm saying that, kaya sabi ko, it was a good, and stable job, and I'm thankful. Pero dapat masayang-masaya na ako, eh, 'no? But deep inside, it was hard. Kasi ang ano ko, hindi naman ako kumbaga sa dito sa accounting firm wala naman akong alam diyan. Dito sa Toyota, wala rin naman ako alam diyan. I'm just doing my best. Pero lagi akong pakiramdam ko parang parang struggle ba. Deep inside, there's something na nawawala sa akin. So, I'm originally a professional musician from the Philippines. For those of you who don't know, music was my first calling. Sabihin na natin 'yon. But when I moved here in the US, I worked many different jobs to survive, 'di ba po? But dito ganun dito eh. Kahit naman sa kayo na mga nag-umpisa na nagamit niyo yung profession niyo, 'pag nag-umpisa kayo, you start from the beginning din, 'di ba? Ano ko, eh, yung kapatid ko tumatawag sa akin noon, "Kuya Well, nandito ako sa ano, sa bahay. Nakaupo lang ako sa karton, wala akong lamesa, wala akong ganito, wala akong ganyan." Ibig sabihin talagang nag-uumpisa sa wala, 'di ba? Pero ano siya, doktor siya. Ngayon okey na siya, pero noon nag-umpisa rin siya dun sa wala, 'di ba? So, lahat tayo nag-uumpisa sa gano'n. So, sabi ko nga, I should work different jobs to survive and to support my family. I remember telling myself, um, sabi ko at the age of 45, nung nandun na ako sa Toyota, sabi ko, "At the age of 45, titigil na ako dito, babalik na ako." Kasi parang nung dumating ako dito sa Amerika, nasabi ko sa sarili ko, "Yeah, marami nagsabi sa akin hindi mo magagawa yung ginagawa mo dito sa Philippines, mababago, maraming mga istoryang ganyan." Sabi ko, "I'm ready for it." Lakas lakas ng loob, eh. I'm ready for it. Pero nung nandun na ako, sabi ko, at the age of 45, titigil na ako dito. Aalis na ako, babalik na ako dun sa aking hindi sa gusto kong iwanan yung blessing ng Panginoon financially. Pero ang ano ko kasi ano, eh, I feel like may parang meron akong nagagawa kapagka nandun ako sa field na yun lang. Although, yun ang isang struggle ko. So, um, kaya lang sabi ko, hindi ako nakatigil ng 45. Babalik na sana ako sa music, but life happened, yung financial responsibility natin, medical insurance kailangan, 'di ba? Family needs, there was no space to stop and start over. Wala, talagang kailangan tuloy-tuloy ka. So, on the outside, everything looked fine. Parang okey lang ako. Ay naku, ang ganda 'pag umuuwi ako, ang ganda ng trabaho mo, nasa Toyota ka. Hindi bale wala ka pa sa music ngayon 'pag may tatanong sa akin, "O di hindi mo pala nagagamit yung music mo, saan ka nagtatrabaho ngayon?" Nasabi ko ba yung Toyota? Sabi ko, "Nandiyan sa manufacturing company ako." Sabi niya, "Oh, yun na naman pala, eh. Maganda naman pala yung ano, eh." In the outside, kaya nasabi ko, on the outside, everything looked fine. But inside, I felt like I had put a part, of myself on hold.
Mhm.
Ako lang nakakaalam nun, kaya asawa ko at saka yung rest. So, even though I was, grateful, there was always that quiet voice in the back of my mind. Still waiting for the right opportunity to come back to who I really was. Yun. So, yun ang aking, ah mga ma-emotional na kwento. So, ituloy ko na ba, sis?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so ang pangalawa po is in the business. When I started the business naman, it wasn't easy. Parang ganun din. Parang naisip ko nga, sabi ko nga pagka nagpe-pray ako, Lord, ito ba ang binigay niyo sa akin? Laging away from from what I really wanted. I did my best doon sa manufacturing company, 'di ba? Okay naman, pero yun nga, may kulang, 'di ba? Tapos ngayon, nandito ako sa business, I'm trying to do the best I can also. Kaya lang, syempre, marami akong struggle. So anyways, when I started the business, it wasn't easy. There was moment I questioned myself. Sabi ko nga ano ba 'to? Am I too late? Yeah, lalo na nung may birthday na ako na ganito, parang late na yata ako, sabi kong gano'n. Tapos buti na lang naging inspirasyon ko, ang galing lagi ni Tita Molet mag-present. Sabi ko, nakaka-inspire, 'di ba? So, hindi ko naman sinasabing late na kayo, tita, pero magaling talaga kayo. Magaling talaga kayo, kaya you are my inspiration, di ba? Um, uh, uh, Sabi ko nga, I'm good. Minsan naisip ko, am I good enough dito sa business na ito? Can I really do this while still carrying all my responsibilities? Yun, mga naiisip ko yun. Tapos yung mga responsibility, mga ginagawa natin, mahirap eh. Kumbaga sa akin, mahirap. The hardest part was learning to believe in myself again. Kasi lagi na lang, ito ba? Ito ba? Hindi pa ba? Pero laging empty. Yun ang ano ko eh. Not just as a worker or provider, but as a person with a calling. So, minsan nga ay ang nagiging ano ko po nito yung halimbawa yung katulad nitong huli la, ang- yung parang minsan ang struggle ko yung time eh. Laging naubusan ako ng time. Pero nitong nagkaroon kami ng 2 weeks what you call it shutdown nitong December. Doon ako doon nagkaroon ako ng time mag-isip, nakapagmuni-muni, nakapagplano. And then ito, nakapag-umpisa ako na sabi ko, ito, nagawa ko yung gusto kong gawin. Na, sana ipinagpapatuloy ko. And one thing na natutunan ko po dito, yung katulad nito, hindi ko ito linya, itong online business na ito, katulad din ng sinasabi niyo. Hindi ko siya linya. Pero one thing na nakikita ko po, kapag pag nagsasalita ako or meron akong ipinapaliwanag, sinasabi ko na lang sa sarili ko, musician ka naman eh. Parang minsan iniisip ko, kunyari ka na lang, nagtuturo ka. Kunyari, nagpo-conduct ka. Kunyari, ipinapaliwanag mo yung music. Kasi gano'n ang yun ang aking, nandun yung passion ba? Kasi pag kahit dito konti lang pero mas nung nasa Pilipinas ako, nagtuturo ako ng band, talagang all out ako. Pero ngayon nagagamit ko pa rin kapag meron kaming merong may tugtog. Halimbawa, meron akong music na naririnig. I see yung nakakakita ako ng istorya ba dun sa music. So from that story from the music, kahit wala siyang lyrics, nakakakita ako ng istorya, ng meaning do sa music, na kapag nagtuturo ako, may papaliwanag ko siya ng para bang live na live sa akin, live na live din sa nakikinig. So naisip ko, kung magsasalita ako dito sa online business, ano ba kung and then one thing I learned is that we have to be real. Paano tayo magiging real kung hindi natin naiintindihan? So paano kung maintindihan ngayon, ang naisip ko, para maintindihan ko, kunyari music to. Kunyari nagtuturo ako ng music. Kunyari, ito yung sinasabi ng music. At pagkatapos niya, dumating na siya doon sa climax niya. Ipinibigay niya na lahat. And then pagkatapos bigla siyang bumaba. Nararamdaman ko yun. So, when I do that, nagkakaroon ako ng ano ng fulfillment kasi habang nagsasalita ako, nagla-live ako, nagre-record ako sa video, I feel what I am talking about. And nakakabigay ng ano sa akin ng kumbaga, okay na rin. Sabi ko, okay na rin. Nasi-feel ko na rin yung sinasabi ko. So, although marami pa akong dapat matutunan, marami pa akong dapat na pag-aralan, at saka sabi nga, hindi naman kailangan ready tayo eh. Hindi naman kailangan perfect, di ba? Kailangan lang na willing tayong gawin. Yeah. So, mahaba ang ano. Kala ko wala akong masasabi. So, there were definite moments that I wanted to quit. Yun. Kaya nga, nung minsan nasabi ko kay Coach Dave, I'm thankful kay Coach Daphne kasi sabi ko, if not for her, I wouldn't been here. Kasi kung hindi, I would have quit. Di ba? So, I wanted to quit, but I felt, kasi it felt uncomfortable eh. Di ba? Uncomfortable. Unfamiliar ka dun sa ginagawa, tapos biglang, sasali tayo sa challenge na ito. Hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko. Di ba? Ang hirap nun, di ba? Kaya sabi ko, nakakatakot, scary, para bang pumapasok ka sa, sige, lalaban ka sa gera, di ba naman ako nagkagawin mo? Di ba? Yung mga ganun ba? So, but what made me keep growing was this. I realized that if I didn't try, I wouldn't always wonder, what if, katulad ng sinabi ni Coach Ivy. Coach Ivy. What if, di ba? Yan. I didn't want to reach the end of my life knowing I never gave myself permission to grow. So yun ang mga bagay na nakatulong sa akin sa online, yung katulad na sinabi ko. Very totoong-totoo yun sa akin when I speak. And siguro maging ano rin sa inyo, siguro sharing ko na rin sa inyo. Kasi something na paano tayo magiging effective dito sa ginagawa natin. Kailangan ma-feel natin. Hanapin natin yung ano ba yung tayo. Tapos doon tayo humugot. Yun. So, I kept going not just for myself but for my family, syempre. And for the example I wanted to set. Diba? Then thirdly, tatapos na ako, becoming through the business, diba? Because of this business, I'm becoming someone who no longer ignores their calling. Kasi matagal ko nang gusto ko, wala naman, di ba? Pwede, di ba? Ano ba yung sinasabi kong calling? Siyempre yung sa music, di ba? I'm learning that it's possible to be responsible and fulfilled, di ba? To provide for your family without completely losing yourself naman, di ba? Kaysa naman yung lagi ka na lang provide, wala ka naman dun sa kung ano yung gusto mo, di ba? Yung passion. My life today isn't perfect, di ba? But it's more aligned. And I have more clarity to sa ginagawa, more confidence, and more belief that it's never too late to evolve. So this business reminded me that our dreams don't expire. Yeah. Sometimes they're just waiting for the right season. Right? So and now, instead of just surviving, na finally becoming. So that's all I have that I have shared. Sana naka ano tayo dito, nakapagbigay ng kabuluhan. Kaya ko na sinabi.
Yes.
Salamat.
Super inspiring po yan. Na-inspire mo kaming lahat. So, and I think I can see, it's like God is filling your cup. Parang yung emptiness na hinahanap mo. Because we can see that He is in everything you do, He is always there. So, and I also commend your, courage, Kuya. And of course, your milestone with Sis Ivy, Tita Malet, and you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hats off din sa'yo. Thank you so much. And our last, Coach
Okay na sila,
Daphne.
inspired na lahat.
Ikaw
I
ang
already have my moment.
pinali
Yan
ka,
yung mga
Coach.
hindi daw sila handa and nothing to say. But really, really, each of you have their own story that people can relate, 'di ba? Iba-iba. Ayan. O sige, turn ko na para it's already past an hour and Tita Molet is already past her bedtime. Okay, sagutin na agad natin. Before the business, sino ba ako? Yes, stable naman ang job ko. Pero guys, before I started, like any healthcare worker, when you are working, right? Aabot sa point na wear and tear of your body, 'di ba? So I worry a lot because as a provider to my family back home, 'di ba? Um, you only want depended on one income. So the worry got to me instead of controlling the worry, right? When your worry got to you, what happened, right? You get burnout, you get what? Rock bottom. So that's the story of my life before the business. Yes, I do have a stable job as a physical therapist and I'm so grateful kasi I came to the facility, I came to the workplace that everybody prepared everything for me. Sabi nga ng iba, di ba, everybody starts from nothing. When I came here in America, everything was prepared and laid out for me. So I'm so grateful. It's just me over time, sabi nga ng mga healthcare worker, pag overtime ka, work ka ng work, darating ang time na, what do you call that? The health thing is knocking at your body and said, "Hey, you're not focusing on your body. You need to take care of your body as well." So on the paper, everything looked okay. Everybody says, "Wow, you're a you earn a lot of money." You know what I mean? Oh, you're so good and things like that. But really, I did my best to be a better physical therapist. But deep inside, I know something was missing. I worry a lot. Yan ang ano ko eh. Parang sabi lagi, why do you worry a lot yan? Yan ang ano ko, middle name, Miss Worry at that time. Uh, savings was not where I wanted to be. Kasi nga, everything you give, diba? I felt like, though you have a stable job, it feels like it's paycheck to paycheck, diba? It's like a routine cycle, especially when you're supporting your family back home. Not that I don't want to, I did it for love, right? But I kept asking myself, what if something happens? Yan na nga. And am I really prepared? So God let me feel it, right? Yon. So nagpanic ka kasi 'di ba you start feeling those stuff like the tingling and things like that. So your body got injured, right? So yan, kaya lalong nag-worry. So that's before me in the business. I felt like, do I need to change my job? Do I, can I still do it? So I questioned myself if I can still do the job as a physical therapist. Then the global crisis came and everything put into like in compounding thing, right? And then your body and your mind just like say, hey, you need to step back, right? So that's me. So then what happened to the business, right? Nung nakita ko yung business, when the business came to me in my backyard. So what did the business do to me, diba? When I started, I just wanted something that I can do on the side that will not that's safe for me, meaning I don't have to do it physically, I don't have to go anywhere and have an overtime here in the nursing home and things like that because my body, I can feel that I have wear and tear. So I was concerned about, also when I started the business, I'm concerned na I don't have the business background, but I have the enthusiasm, yung parang intuition that I really wanted to do something. But one thing that kind of struggled before was what people may think about what I'm doing, something different. Kasi syempre, you're a physical therapist, everybody knows you, and things like that. And then here I am in the social media. What are you doing? Diba? And then, of course, they tell you, it's like, are you okay? Are you going to quit your job because you're doing this? Those are the questions I got when I started the business. And of course, what people may think also is like, what are you doing? Like Mona said, right? Everybody says, that's too good to be true. That's not good, and things like that. Is that legit? What are you doing? Things like that. When you're in that social thing and then people say that, you always think about yourself na, is this what I really wanted? Totoo ba itong napasukan ko? Parang ganon, di ba? So, I was trying to something na uncomfortable kasi I don't know anything about it. Especially when you're already nga established na yung career mo. So, but it didn't stop me, right? Even though may mga setback at the very beginning na somebody called you that one, that word, and then I really took it into heart. So I hide myself in the I didn't post in my personal page. I only post on my business page because I let people dictate na yung tipong what they will say about me. So I hid myself for about a year, but I still do my business, but only on my business page, right? So, but things change no sa business. And I said, every year things change, get better. Why? Because I see real stories. I started to have a team that trusted me. I saw other ordinary people, healthcare workers, every industry, immigrants like me create change in their lives and they believe in the business. And then I have my team, diba? They're so patient, my perseverance, they have a strong why. So got the courage. I realized that this is bigger than me. I find a purpose. I find something na it's not just about the money. I find a calling. Like I can be a vehicle to guide them toward their goals. That's purpose. That's priceless. I find that I'm worthy of helping other people. It's not just me. So that's the impact that this business gave me. I feel worth continuing. I felt that uh, of course I love the financial aspect. No, I have a goal for that, but the feeling of being with you, that change the story, those are priceless. So yeah, and the business, okay. Of course, may mga breakthroughs along the way, right? When I see my team, I see my team growing. I see milestones, ranks, and how they're becoming. Those are my wins in the business. That's why that's one of the reason I don't quit. Because I just see you guys. I said, why will I quit? Right? Of course, like anybody, right? There's always times that you doubt yourself. Is this really for me? But when every time I see how you become your journey, it's like, I don't think so. So, how am I becoming through this business? I'm almost done. Oh, I said I don't have anything to say too. So, because of this business, I've become a better version of myself. I've learned to respond instead of react. Really, I become a better. And those are priceless more than the money can buy. As my husband said, not just the financial, but I see her happy. I see her, yeah, being happy, seeing myself happy, and my husband seeing me happy. Those are big stuff for us because he doesn't like for me to stress too much. So I've learned that I don't have to wait for my golden years to start building stability. I can start now. Today, I think differently because mental health is a big thing. I learned mindset. I learned how to deal with daily tasks without being stressed and to anybody, right? I move differently. I believe bigger. My network became global. I don't just know the people around me, but everywhere, right? So those are things that money cannot buy, and this business has brought me that. The hope is to continue growing and to guide and support the team as they grow as well. This is not just about the income. It's about becoming the person of capable creating change for my family and for others as well. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank, thank you so much, Coach Daphne. I know you are one of our inspiration sa business. So, yeah. Andito yung team mo, Coach. So, super inspired kami sa'yo. So, thank you for sharing. Masyado ng, yung oras natin. Kaya,
Grabe, ikaw talaga ha. 1 and 21 hour and 20 minutes.
kaya nga, Coach, hindi ko akalain na ganun aabutin. So, thank you so much. Mag-close na ako. Thank you so much. As we wrap up tonight's live, I want to thank our guests for their courage to share their journeys, the struggles, the lessons, and the growth. What we've seen today is proof of one thing. No one starts perfect, but anyone can grow. If you are watching and feeling scared, maybe it's hope, maybe it's courage. That's not by accident. Your breakthrough is waiting for you. Take that first step and you'll be amazed at how far you can go. So, thank you for joining us today. Tonight, keep dreaming, keep showing up, and keep believing that transformation is possible. So, until next time, stay inspired and keep moving forward.
There you go.
Any closing
Yes, before we go, let's sing happy birthday to Sis Martes. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday, happy
Birthday
birthday to
to you.
Thank you, Kuya Wells. Happy birthday, Sis Martes.
you
Thank
all?
you for hosting.
Don't go yet
so
and take a
grateful.
picture, but I'm going to end. Thank you, guys. Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.